I'm confident that YouTube will push this video to exactly that one person who desperately needs it. Today I'm telling you this because not a single video on this channel has ever been uploaded without first being tested on myself. That's why I want you to give your undivided attention, focus on every word, and watch this video from start to finish with a determination to transform. This video has the potential to trigger the greatest comeback of your life. It's been around 3 years since I finished school. Yet, even today, when I bump into an old friend or get into a conversation, the same thing pops up. Man, I wish I could relive my school days. I miss those moments. Whenever that topic surfaces, I just get awkward and keep my mouth shut. And you know why? Because I don't miss my school life. Not even a bit. I have zero interest in going back to that time. Don't twist my words. I'm not trashing schools as a whole. There are good ones out there, sure. But to me, my school was nothing more than a prison. I was the prisoner, forced every single day to do things that made zero sense to me, things I couldn't even comprehend the purpose of. Every time I failed to do something, they'd compare me to the obedient ones, saying, "Look at them, silently following orders. If they can do it, so can you." And if I refused, they'd tell me I wasn't deserving of love or respect, not from my family, nor from them. Over time, I got brainwashed into thinking that if I did anything outside of studying, it was a complete waste of time. But I kept trying to force myself, and every single time I hit a wall. Studying just wasn't my thing. And nobody ever bothered to tell me why. They were too busy trying to scare me. Eventually, I accepted that I was a failure, a loser, who didn't deserve love or respect. The more this realization sank in, the more I shattered the world. Listen up now, because this could very well apply to you. When a child has self-respect, they want to understand their mistakes when scolded or punished. But if they get beaten for no reason, they'll either protest or break down crying. But as for me, I had already killed my self-respect, so I stopped crying. I knew the drill. If I was bad at studying, I deserved every hit. But no matter how much you break yourself, there's always that part of you screaming for freedom. Sometimes, I just couldn't accept that small, pathetic version of myself. I wanted to revolt, to tear everything down and start anew. I had put up with enough crap and was now starving for respect and power. I tell myself, I'll get my act together. I'll come back so strong that people will be stunned. Now, here's a hard question for you. Are you also chasing a comeback on a path that isn't even yours? Could it be a hasty decision with zero clarity or direction, purely driven by societal pressure? Remember, if you're society's puppet, you'll only move as far as society's whip drives you. And when that pain lessens, you'll slow down until they whip you again, forcing you to say, "I need one more comeback." If you keep society's leash wrapped around your neck, every so-called comeback you make is going to be meaningless, because what you're achieving isn't even yours to begin with. A slave doesn't work for himself, but for his master, and whatever rewards he gets still belong to that master. If you truly want the ultimate comeback, the first step is to rip off that leash and figure out what you truly need. Once you do that, your comeback will be the last one you'll ever need. Here's the raw truth. You can't give your all to something you don't even understand. That leash around your neck means blindly doing what's been dictated to you. Your direction, your path, even your goals. All of it decided by society, your relatives, or your parents. And your role? To simply follow orders. Thinking of making a comeback? Then first figure out if the path you're on is even the right one for you. School, relatives, society, they've all built this world for you to fit into. If you follow their script, they'll praise you. If you deviate, you're out of favor. So Stop seeking their validation. Set aside those mindless goals you've accepted without question. Focus on what you actually need right now, whether it's money, health, or life with purpose. Quit obsessing over what the world is doing. Pinpoint where you're stuck and pull yourself out. If money is what you need the most right now, then throw away all that crap society has drilled into you. Strip it back to the basics. Money comes to those who make this world better or solve its problems. That's when people will pay you. The same logic applies to your health. If you want to stay consistent in the gym, understand why you're going. If it's just to impress others or attract women, that's weak motivation. But if it's because you realize the world crushes the weak, yet bows to the strong, then that's a reason that will keep you hitting the gym every damn day. Here's the bottom line. Chasing society's goals won't lead to a permanent comeback. You'll end up chasing the next one and the next, constantly losing. Instead, focus on fixing yourself. That's where the real comeback happens, because it's rooted in your reality. You know that if you don't fix your own condition, you're done for.